All right, here we go. It's 53 degrees.
Bad today, though.
What's that?
I didn't think it felt that bad today, though. At least it's not windy in 53 like it was yesterday.
I was shivering on Saturday.
I know.
Shivering.
Well, that's because it was 90-something on Friday.
That's what Sherilyn was saying. She said your body got used to the heat. But, I mean, literally, teeth chattering, Raylene. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
We definitely adjust to the warm really quick. And so to all of a sudden have it go away.
Yeah.
And according to Roger Hill, this smoke coming from Canada is really going to make it so we don't see a whole lot of sunshine for like a week.
I know.
So between that and the rainy weather, the next, I think, like 11 days is pretty crummy.
Yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. Live from Fly in the Wall Productions, Main Street, Barrie, on Facebook and YouTube, and streamed everywhere you get your podcasts, and on the web at airedout.vt.com. It is 9:02, again, 53 degrees and cloudy right now. Roger Hill is saying cloudy today. Pretty good chance for some rain showers, I think.
On and off.
On and off. Really, for the entire week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He says for like the next 11 days, it's going to be pretty gloomy. And we're going to see a lot more of that smoke cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biden signs the debt ceiling bill that pulls the U.S. back from the brink of unprecedented default.
Oh, our hero.
Big headline this morning. That happened over the weekend, Raylene. A lot happened over the weekend.
Yes.
Let's give a shout out to Vermont's first sanctioned fight promoter, Donnybrook Fight Promotions, presenting the Aired Out podcast right here in Barrie. And the next event, the Battle in Barrie 11, September 9th at the Barrie Auditorium. Early bird ticket and table sales are going on for a limited time.
Yeah.
So get on it and don't wait. Jesus, by all means, if you want to go to the Battle in Barrie 11, do not wait on this at all. 249-3276 is Rex's phone number. Of course, you can get on DonnybrookFightPromotions.com as well to get your tickets. Before we jump in this morning, we also have some big stuff going on with Giroux also, right? They've got a...
Yeah, they have a class coming up on the 19th of June, and as always, they are filling up quick. So if you are looking to get your CDL, now is the time to contact them and get signed up for that class, and you can find all their information right on Aired Out.
All right. We have so much to talk about this morning, so much to get into. Again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Raylene and JD solo today. And I think for the most part this week, well, we got Paul Brody in tomorrow.
Right.
He and I are going to be talking about connecting with aliens and a few other things. We're going to have some fun. I promise you.
Aliens.
I promise you, Raylene. We're gonna have some laughs tomorrow. Wednesday is Tom Loson?
No, not this week.
Not this week.
So Tom is busy this week. We will not see him this Wednesday.
Heather from...
But maybe later in the week.
All right. Heather from Washington County?
No, wrong week.
Wrong week. Why do I have that on my calendar?
I don't know.
9 o'clock on Friday morning, Brian Gallagher, the general manager.
Well, are you looking at that calendar that you have right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From the general manager from the Vermont Mountaineers is going to be with us. Brian Gallagher, Friday morning. I'm so excited. Getting a chicken coop on Thursday. Getting a chicken coop.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So you're going to protect all the babies now?
Well, I tried to...
So you gave up on building one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got started. I got started building a chicken coop, and then...
And now what we have is a bonfire to add to all the Christmas trees.
There's a lot of scrap wood that ended up in the beginning stages, construction stages of the
coop.
Of the coop. Cut myself, smashed my hand.
Oh, goodness.
Screamed a bunch of times, had a full-blown adult temper tantrum out in the yard, threw a hammer, said fuck it. You know, what the hell am I getting into?
Yeah.
So we have a chicken coop that we're actually getting from the neighbor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're getting a bigger one. We're getting theirs.
Well, good.
So the new hotel is going to be coming into the yard. So I'll say this:
He is so not a carpenter, Glenn.
if anybody has any chickens that they want to get rid of, please we'll take hundreds. Just bring them on all over to the house.
Hundreds. Are you out of your mind? Why would you even say such a thing like that online?
There was a post
on air. Are you out of your freaking mind?
There was a yeah. Come home and there's all these chickens in my front yard. There was a post yesterday on Facebook that someone was trying to get rid of an angry goose.
Uh-huh.
I think it was on Marketplace. They wanted to get rid of their goose.
I've actually seen the post.
You did?
Yeah.
I suggested it to Sherilyn. She gave me one. She's got the stink eye. This one eye that goes. Mm-hmm. What is it? It's like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you get that one eye, it's not funny anymore. Mm-hmm. Just change the subject.
Good idea.
Lily's line of the week occurred on Saturday. This past Saturday. Oh. Raylene, I
can't wait.
I'll preface this by saying, I do not make this shit up. Lily, for those that know Lily, know that she is a very creative person.
Yes.
She also has zero filter at 8 years old. Mm-hmm. If it's in the mind,
comes out the mouth.
It's right out of the mouth. Mm-hmm. There's a straight line
My
there.
kind of girl.
There's no catch net. There's nothing that's tapping the brakes in that girl's head. She says what she thinks. I was out doing yard work all day Saturday. For this fat old guy, a little strenuous. I have a Baker's cyst in my knee.
Right.
I have which
is very painful, by the way.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
I have a very bad knee that's full of arthritis and probably am way overdue for a knee replacement. All right. I was hobbling something horrible. I mean, I don't know if like a couple of joints got whacked, if there was a chunk of cartilage that got locked in the joint or whatever, but I couldn't even put any weight on it at one point, and I was literally kind of hopping on one leg, came into the house, sat down on the couch. Sherilyn's bringing me an ice pack. I'm in a lot of pain. Lily comes over, looks at me, and says, "Dad, we might have to put you down."
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Sherilyn was probably thinking the same thing.
Hey, welcome back from the other side of the weekend. I hope it was a good one for you, even though it was colder than my nads.
It was a good weekend.
My nads
were. Really was.
It was just so cold.
Hey, speaking of, you guys had a really good experience Friday night, I heard.
Friday night, was that? Which one was that? Was that
Friday night? I'm pretty sure.
It's all a fog. It's all a fog.
I'm pretty sure Friday night, Lily experienced.
Was that the balloon? Was that this past Friday?
It was.
No, was it?
Yeah, didn't you just do that?
What? Was that this past Friday? Oh my God, I don't know. It's all a fog for me.
Oh my heavens!
It really is. Yeah, Lily went up in a hot air balloon, and it was absolutely. I can't even tell you how amazing it was for her.
She loved it.
She loved it. She was pissed that it was tethered, though.
She wanted to go.
She was up with Aaron.
Mr. Aaron. Mr. Aaron.
That's right, Mr. Aaron.
Yeah.
And Sherilyn was holding on to the tether line, and I shouldn't make fun of her, should I? I shouldn't do that.
No, you shouldn't.
She's a mom.
But you will.
She's a mom. We only have one kid who's being lifted up off the ground in a hot air balloon.
Right.
And her only lifeline to the world
is a strap.
Is a nylon strap that Sherilyn's holding the end of.
Well, it was tied off.
It was tied off. Do you know what it was tied off to? A shed.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
And Sherilyn had these visions of this balloon floating into the upper stratosphere with a shed hanging below it,
Right.
up into outer space.
Well, you never know. They have flown things like that before.
Sherilyn's holding on to this tether line, and it's feeding through her hands as the balloon is rising. And Aaron's getting on the torch, the burner there, and Sherilyn's like, and it's the more and more the line is going through her hands. And I'm like, it's okay, babe. You're doing fine. It's okay, baby. Mommy loves you.
And Lily's like, "Hey, Mom,
Lily's like,
I'm up here."
cut the damn rope. Let's get the show on the road here. I want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it was amazing. I mean, and Aaron is just,
Great
he's
guy.
unbelievable. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, it was.
But then you got to chase.
We got to chase, and Sherilyn is one hell of a chaser.
Yeah, she
This
liked
was
that.
the first time that she's ever chased a
Jumping
hot air
in the
balloon.
car. Yeah,
She had the two-way radio,
right.
which I was manning. So I had the two-way radios in the passenger seat. Sherilyn's driving.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love two-way radios. And
course you
Aaron's
do.
in the balloon. He's talking to me.
Right, telling you what to do,
And
where
he's
to
like,
turn.
you're going to want to get on Route 113, head for Thetford Center, over. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so much fun. And I'm like,
Yeah, copy that. Yeah,
I'm 12 again.
we got a visual on you. Looking good there. Off to the southwest. Looking good there, pal. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down over this ridge here, and then when I come back in, you should be able to pick me up there on the other side, backside, east side of Route 113 there, on the other side of the storage garage.
Yeah.
I loved this. I just loved it.
And Lily liked it as well. She liked chasing
She
as well.
loved it.
She wished she was in the balloon, but she did like chasing.
And then there's, Sherilyn's driving, and she's like, will you just shut up? Stay off the goddamn radio so much. I'm
Right.
trying to, she's looking at the maps and stuff, She's,
Right. And she's probably paying attention to him too, so she knows. I mean,
Well, she was navigating. She's looking at the GPS, and
Yeah.
she's driving. And I'm like this, looking up, and all I want to do is
Talk the whole time.
Just talk the whole time. Mm-hmm. And
that's not shocking to me at all.
I'd be like,
Yeah, it looks like you're drifting a little bit to the southwest there. Over, over 91. Yeah, we got a clear visual on you,
You're
about
such a
32
dumbass.
degrees off latitude.
I loved that shit, Raylene.
I know.
I
you
loved
do.
that.
You like acting like, you mean you love acting like a child?
I
again?
love acting like I was the one that was in control,
Right.
which I
like
was
that
not.
You knew. Right.
I got the radio, I got the visual,
Oh, yeah.
I'm all good.
That's right.
And Sherilyn really was driving the show. I mean, she knew where she was going and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
everything. Will you just shut up? I'm trying to figure out which goddamn road to turn on. Shut up, get off the radio.
Well, Aaron definitely got a big kick out of Lily, and he thought that she was just super precious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she loves Mr. Aaron. And what can we say? Hopefully one of these days they'll be able to cut loose. I think Sherilyn will probably, have to maybe pop a few lorazepam and take a nap in the back of the car while I'm driving. I'll do the...
You'll do the
I'll do the
chasing and all
chase.
that after Lily. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
have Sherilyn in the back, hammered and on lorazepam.
Yeah. Oh, that's a perfect combo.
Oh, yeah,
But that's how she's going to tolerate it.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, gotta do what you gotta do.
I saw this weekend that the wedding season has apparently kicked into high gear now, and more people are getting married and planning their weddings, and this is kind of the post COVID, wedding thing. I mean, there were tons of weddings last year, and now there's going to be even more. And apparently, the average cost of a wedding nationally has gone up, which I don't know, but
It's frightening.
yeah. Are you ready for this? And it's safe to say. Can we just say right now, you're probably not going to be getting married tomorrow.
Over my dead body.
Okay, that's what. Where's my bill? $29,000.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something like 60.
No, 29. That's the average. The national average. I think that's absurd. What are
I
you
do.
talking about?
I think
60?
it's absurd too, but I thought you were going to say more because I know people that spend way more. Shit, I know people that have had bridal showers and baby showers lately that cost $10,000. So,
I mean, why would you want to spend $29,000?
I wouldn't.
On one day.
I wouldn't. No, there's just no way. I wouldn't.
Oh, the cake and the dress and the ice cream and
I understand why people,
dresses and the
you know,
bridesmaids and
they
the
want to
horse
have a
and buggy
beautiful day, and
limousine.
everybody does things differently. So I don't deny anybody that, but I definitely would never
shit.
in a million years. No way.
It's out of control.
No.
Just just wing it. Just go and be happy. Shut up. Making all the plans. We have to do this, and we got to cue the butterflies, and just go and have a good time.
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Did you get the doves? Are the doves in the cages? Are they all ready to go? Just stop. Over the weekend, charges were dismissed against the woman accused of attempting to kidnap a 2-year-old boy on a VTrans bus.
yes, I saw that.
In Burlington. You remember this happened, I think, this past winter.
Yeah. Yep.
Some mental health issues here. But the hearing was supposed to be over, I guess, over the weekend. Charges dismissed, and this woman is free. And being told
To stay away from children.
to stay away from. Yeah. I don't know. I understand the mental health angle here, and I get it, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure that that this is. I think there should be a lot more done here against someone who's feebly attempting to kidnap a 2-year-old. I mean, she was on a moving bus. She pulled the kid out of the mother's hands and went over and sat down somewhere. And then there were several people that were trying to pull this kid out of the arms of this woman. I just don't know. I honestly, I admit, I don't know what should be done about this, but I don't know that we should just say, all right, it's all good.
Well, for one, we need to start getting to the polls and voting at election time
We need to
so
vote.
that we can change things.
We need to vote at election time for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons.
Exactly. We got to stop. Yeah.
If you have a thought, an opinion, voice it. Don't be quiet.
Right.
Hey, what's going on tonight? Tell us about the big meeting tonight.
So the 5:00, the meeting is at City Hall and in Chambers. Please come out. We are going to be discussing encampments, where to camp in the city, and it's there. I was listening to the meeting. I attend all the meetings, and it was very clearly stated that the thoughts were the cemetery, the city parks, and the cow pasture. Now, there are some denying at this moment that the cemeteries were mentioned, but that's not so. And anybody can go back and watch the meeting. It was very much brought up. And people need to come out and speak up. And we need to start really doing whatever we need to do to get things to change a bit.
I'm going to read
around here.
I'm going to read an email that Michael Booten wrote on Friday, June 2nd. I think it's well written, and he sent it to a lot of people, and it is public. And I also asked him if I could read this, and he said, absolutely. I also want to say here that I had someone take a picture of the sign up by the cow pasture.
Yes, and send it to you.
And send it to me.
And
saying,
say you should talk about this. Hello?
We talk about it every day. Every day.
Well, and our entire show Friday was that.
Well, and last Wednesday, I mean, with Tom, I mean, I don't know. The email says, just to note, we will be discussing the authorization to allow encampments for the first time in Barre City history. There will likely be a substantial discussion on allowing folks in the cow pasture. I have heard suggestions for Courier Park, Hope Cemetery, and City Hall Park. To be clear, again, these are the words of Michael Booten, city councilor, in an email. To be clear, I will never support encampments. I would highly recommend that you come to the meeting to let your voice be known. The issue we have, in my opinion, is that eventually things will return to homeostasis. I do believe by encouraging encampments and sheltering at the BOR, we will prolong the issue. People naturally will figure out arrangements if forced to do so. According to some that have been discussing the homeless issue, Wednesday was supposed to be the day that everything collapsed. Yet that appears to not be the case. Hyping this up is not a productive course of action. Level minds will prevail, hopefully. Again, the words of Michael Booten.
And I agree. And that's the thing, is that creating more chaos about the entire thing is not what we need to do right now. We need to, and willy-nilly deciding that you're going to open up all these places in the city is only going to make people come.
Yeah, right. We've had several people that live on the outskirts of the cow pasture reach out to us with great concern.
Great concern.
And
many people that have family in the cemetery or own plots themselves, or that like to walk in the cemeteries because that is where they can safely walk in the evenings. You know, there's a lot of people that's where they get their exercise. It's beautiful, it's quiet, it's flat. That's what they do. And I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I know that the solution is not to have encampments all over the city.
There's an awful lot that needs to be said here. Again, I agree with Michael that hyping this up is not a productive course of action,
No.
as he wrote.
Nor is beating the hell out of people that are upset about it. You know, and I said that on one of the posts this weekend is, you know, people that are really upset and are voicing their opinions are being beat down by people who think they're horrible people for thinking the way they do. Well, I'm sorry. Your homes cost a lot of money. It's a huge investment. You invest your money, your time, the money for taxes, the money for you take pride in what you have, and you don't want that being destroyed.
Right.
Of course you're upset. Of course, and the same with the cemetery. You pay a lot for your plots and your stones, and that is something that people from all over come to visit our cemeteries. Right. It's art. It's absolutely gorgeous, and to have passion about not wanting to see that destroyed, that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't mean that you have no compassion or empathy for other people. I'm sorry, it just doesn't mean that at all.
Wait, how did Hope Cemetery, or any cemetery for that matter, get brought into the conversation there?
At council meeting, Councillor Wazazak said that he absolutely, he said there's no reason you can't camp in the cemeteries, the park, and the cow pasture, or anywhere like that. It's really that those were options, and they should not be options. And people, quite frankly, are really upset about the BOR too. To turn the BOR there was lots of plans there. They were talking about maybe doing turf in the BOR. We know that when the concerts in the park get rained out, people go to the BOR. We wouldn't be able to do that for this summer. Sure, it's one summer, and people can say, but shelter over a concert. But no, it's one more thing that we're asking the citizens of Barrie to give up. Like, continue to give and give and give and give. And that's when it becomes super tough, because, yes, people are getting fed up and sick of it because they feel like their wallets are being already stretched super thin just to get by on their own and buy their own food. I went grocery shopping on Friday night, and I spent like $170, and I came home with two of the carry bags and another small one, like two of the regular ones, and that's it. And I know. I'm going, oh my gosh, and what am I eating? Carbs and carbs and carbs, and my ass shows it. I'm telling you that right now.
My ass shows it too. I've been dipping into the carbs lately as well.
It's how you get by.
Is this going to be? Is the Barrie Beat podcast going to be tonight?
I don't know. It's all going to depend on how long this meeting is and everything that happens, whether or not we can literally dive from one to the other.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe
I am getting up there in age, and so this is a lot for me to be doing all these things all at once. You expect me to stay up until 10 o'clock again tonight working?
Yeah.
Jeez. You're kind of pushy.
If Michael Booten's tuned in, would he reach out to us and let us know if the Barrie Beat podcast is going to be tonight?
He's going to say that we decide that together.
Well,
we haven't decided that together yet.
Right.
I just told you.
All right. Well, just let me know.
We don't even know how long this meeting's going to go.
You have the road report all posted up this morning.
Yeah.
From VTrans for construction projects going on heavy this week. Mm-hmm. This is something that folks should pay attention to. It's on the Aired Out page. Scroll down, you'll see it. Mm-hmm. So that you are privy to some of these construction projects, and you're not surprised by your commute that you've had where there's been no delays, and all of a sudden there's delays, and then you're kicking yourself because you didn't read this report. Read the damn report.
Yeah.
It's up there right now. Roger Hill is talking about the smoke from the fires in Western Canada and in, I think it's Prince Edward Island, parts of Nova Scotia. Mm-hmm. These fires have kind of shifted gears and gotten worse. And Roger is saying, despite the lower humidity levels this week and possibly next week, you're still going to see. You may see if you're really observing, you may see a difference in what the sky looks like
Yeah,
here.
he says we'll see frequent plumes where, we'll go times where there's nothing, and then we'll
Right.
see plumes float through and really give us a good on and off cloud cover.
Right. And let's say this on a serious note. Let's squash the rumors right now. Okay, this smoke is not coming from Chuck's house. This smoke is coming from the wildfires that we're talking about. Not from Chuck's backyard.
No.
Or bedroom window.
No.
Okay. Elvis was in the building, I understand.
And I heard it was an absolutely wonderful show. I heard a great turnout, a
Incredible.
wonderful show as always.
At the Billtown Roadhouse.
Yes, and Williamstown, it was on fire this weekend. They had the Elvis, they had the poker run for the Stephen Tracy Memorial ride and poker run. That went extremely well. They always have a lot of great stuff going on too.
Yeah. The weather.
And they always welcome everyone.
I know.
Just
I know.
like we do.
I love it. I love it. The weather for the Stephen Tracy ride was
Not the greatest.
not the greatest.
But they still had a good turnout and had a great time.
Little bit of mud on the tires.
Yes.
Little bit.
Which is fun. That's
Well,
what
of
makes it
course.
worth going.
And the helmet, I think, not just the tires. So that was a huge success.
Mm-hmm.
I loved seeing some video and some audio of Mark Shelton performing at the Billtown Roadhouse. It was great.
Fishing Derby was a great success.
The Gunner Brook.
Yes.
They also did one on the Ammonoosuc River over in Woodsville, I think, was a big one.
But the one right down here on Gunner Brook, we have the pictures posted and some really good pictures posted. The Berry Fishing Game had put those up this morning.
Yeah.
And I believe those were done by JVO. But God, when you see little kids with
I
the
was
fish
just-
poles and
I was just going to say that.
hanging onto their dad's hands,
I
walk
know.
into the river, and it's just, oh
There's
my
nothing
gosh,
better.
melt your heart.
Nothing better. I was
No.
just going to say that. There's nothing like seeing the face of a child who's caught a fish. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how big or small it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't believe that Gunner Brook Fishing Derby has been going on for 94 years.
I know. We used to go when we were kids. When I was a little kid, we used to always go to the fishing derby.
The Family Center for Washington County, Claire Kendall, and the rest of her whole staff and family over there just did such a great job. I saw some pictures. I think you posted them up.
Yes.
They had a great family fun day. It
And
was
then
awesome.
I want to talk about that on June 13th, that at noon, Dottie Moffat is going to be here with me and Mariah Clark Haggett, mother to Tyler Matthews. And Tyler is who I will be doing my show in memory of. And so we'll kick off my show, It's No Secret, on the 13th of June at noon. And I have lots of guests lined up. So I have 14 solid weeks of, and I have people calling me every day. And that's what I want. So if you are in recovery, if you are struggling, if you are a family member of someone struggling, if you are a family member and have lost somebody to the disease, if you are a counselor, anything that has to do with addiction or mental health, reach out to me and let's talk about it. Let's get it out there and let's talk about it.
Your podcast is going to be successful.
I hope so. Not for me, but for the people that are struggling.
This is This is a podcast that you've been talking about for a long time, and as I've been saying to you for the last couple of years,
Yes,
that
I
is
know.
a razor sharp niche right there. I mean, tapping into addiction and recovery, and not just sad stories, but inspiring success stories of people who have battled and beaten addiction. There's going to be a whole lot of positive stuff that's going to come out of this podcast.
I
period.
hope so. It's a tough subject. It's one that is I'm super passionate about. Yes, but it's also one that I'm very much involved with. It affects me greatly on a daily basis, and sometimes I think that that even I struggle with how to not be angry about it. And I don't want to be angry about it, but I do. That's the thing, is that it's okay to be angry
Well, you have to
about
be,
it.
Yeah, you have to be authentic with this, and you will be.
Right.
You will be
But
what you are.
I always worry about someone thinking that they can't come to me because I'm going to be angry. And I'm not angry with you. I'm not but I do get very angry with the situation and what it does, and how it tears people apart and families apart, and but I strongly believe that until we start talking about it, it's just going to get worse. We need to educate. We need to learn how to be supportive of being well. We need to be more educated in being supportive of being well.
We also have a lot of work to do. When I say we, I'm not talking about you and I. I'm talking about the world. We have a lot of work to do when it comes to chipping away at stigma that's attached to addiction.
And mental health. They're one in the same.
Of course
That's
they
the
are.
thing. They're one in the same. Usually you don't have one without the other.
You're not someone who tries to be something that you're not, and I know that on the microphone, on the air, or off the air, you will be what you are and who you are, and you will say whatever it is that you want to say, and
sometimes that gets me in a lot of shit, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and we say what we say, and we don't pre-record shit and edit stuff out here either.
No. And sometimes, every once in a while, we'll do something that is a little bit or over the top, and we do it to provoke conversation.
Right.
And we always very much succeed at provoking that conversation. But, we definitely, there are people that get pretty pissed off and heated which I love to see. And even if people are pissed off and heated, I still love to see it, because that means that we did what we are supposed to be doing.
That's right.
We're getting people to, hello, wake up, let's talk about this, good, bad, or ugly.
Sure.
Let's get this out in the open. And we do that, and I think we're damn good at that.
Yes.
And some days,
Right. You're right.
it gets a whole little messages going pretty hard and heavy.
It sure does.
Yeah. What the hell are you people doing now?
Yeah. Well,
Just being real, raw, and relevant.
that's right.
Yeah.
And relatable.
And relatable.
And sometimes maybe even responsible.
Responsible.
Listen, we're talking about stuff that local radio stations are not able to.
Local radio stations probably don't even know these things are happening.
Understatement.
Because they're in people sitting at home in their bedrooms
Right.
pre-recording from Wyoming.
There is so much, and I've had a few folks tell me, you should be talking about other things that are going on, not just in Barrie. I mean, and I understand that. I mean, my God, I mean, there's a whole ton of stuff going on in Montpelier that we should be diving into a little deeper as well.
I think that we do. I think that we do very well with talking about what's going on in Berlin and Williamstown and Washington and Bradford and all over the place.
Yeah.
I think we do
Isn't
well
it
with the
amazing,
people
though?
that communicate with us.
We've taken fire for talking too much about Barrie.
Right.
We've taken fire for talking about
Not enough.
what's going on in other towns outside of Barrie.
Right.
I mean,
Well, remember getting attacked because we talked. What did you reported some. There was some news report you did not too long ago, but it wasn't even in the state of Vermont, and
Right.
people were like, "Why are you?
Because it
what do we
was-
care about that?"
because it was related to a story that was taking place in Vermont,
Right, and you posted and
Indiana.
yeah, and people were very upset that you.
No,
like,
it wasn't people. It wasn't people that were very upset.
Well, one
It was
person in
one
particular.
person.
Right.
Why are you talking about what's going on in Indiana? What the hell's that have to do with
Yeah.
anything? Well, if you pulled your head out of your ass, you would know that we had a similar story that took place in Vermont here that is very much aligned with what happened in Indiana. And the two stories are very related. So kiss my ass.
Right.
What's going on with... can we talk about something happening outside of Barrie?
Absolutely. Please.
Okay, I
do.
just wanted to make sure this. Corinth. What's going on?
in East Corinth. So, Beetlejuice 2
What?
has started filming.
What?
And so,
Wait a minute. Are we allowed to say that?
well, we can, but the townspeople, a lot of them have been sworn to secrecy of when filming is happening, when certain people are going to be here. They've signed
Disclosure?
non-disclosure.
Have you
yeah.
signed a non-disclosure?
I have not.
Well, neither have I. So
No.
let's
No,
have
I have
at
not
it.
done that, and we never say that we're professionals. So I think that our doesn't ours say that we're not professional.
Something like that.
Oh,
I mean, we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Beetlejuice 2, the sequel. When does filming start in Corinth? Do you know?
Well, according to what I've read and heard, that it already has started filming, but they just don't say when, like what days, what time, all of that. Yeah. So
I'll let folks know. At least I think I will. You know, until the police tell me I'm not allowed to talk about Beetlejuice. What's going on across the street over here at Nelson's? They're like,
well,
I'm
they're
noticing.
gearing up for Father's Day.
It looks like-
June 18th is Father's Day, and that's a Father's Day heaven over there.
I'm telling you.
I mean, come on, tools,
Look, just-
grills.
it's not just grills for Dad.
things with motors.
Carburetors? Did you say carburetors or motors?
Well, both. I know. And tools galore. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. You
You
know,
name it, they have it over there.
and listen, if you're tight on cash, and most of us are, let's be honest. And you want to get something for Dad. You want to get something different. You want to get him something that he doesn't have. I mean, dads have everything. You don't have a lot of money to spend. Dad likes to grill, likes to use the grill.
Yeah,
All right,
get
maybe-
some of the rubs and sauces, or
Yes,
some of the pellets, the flavored pellets, or wood
Right.
chips, or planks, or yeah.
There's a rub over there, a meat rub that Nelson's sells, and I think you should get this for your dad. It'll put a tear in your eye. It's called Pig's Ass. And
Okay.
I just think that's beautiful.
Nothing says I love you, Dad, like
a pig's ass.
a pig's ass.
And for me, to unscrew that cap and just sprinkle my ribs with some pig's ass, That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
There's
goodness.
there's also a spice, and I don't know if Nelson's has it yet, if Bob is selling it, but it's called Good Shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. I don't know if he sells that either, but I've seen good shit before.
Yeah. June 21st, we've got a mixer coming up
Yes, at Bulldog.
at Bulldog.
Yeah.
This
The
is
Central Vermont Chamber mixer.
Yes.
And we love them. And coming right up at Bulldog. Both sponsors of the
Yes.
podcast. We love them both.
We'll be over there. I can't wait for it. We're well into the month of June now, the 5th.
And this one
Jesus.
benefits who? I have to look.
Washington County Mental Health's Snoozlin Room.
That's right.
The Imagination Station. Mm-hmm. So.
And then I saw this morning, speaking of that, Troy West of the carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
He
Regular
has,
listener.
Yes, regular listener. And he has a post up, and if you can nominate charities, nonprofits, to get a free carpet cleaning. And so I nominated, he said, air it out. You must have some ideas. So I did Washington County Mental Health, the Snoozlin Room.
Yeah.
So I nominated the Snoozlin Room, the VFW, American Legion,
Beautiful.
the Elks, Our House.
Perfect.
I forget who else. Oh, the Family Center of Washington County. So there are lots of places, but that's pretty cool that he's doing that.
I think it's marvelous. Thank you for, well, first of all, thanks to him for doing it.
Yeah.
Secondly, thanks to you for noticing that, Raylene, and not only finding that on Facebook, but also giving it some exposure and blasting it on our page and talking about it on the
Yeah.
air.
I mean, I just think it's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Speaking of pigs, and before I forget, I just have to share this daily dose of feel good. There was a little piglet, and I don't know if you saw this in the news, that was out of Las Vegas. A little piglet that was rescued after it fell off of a truck in Las Vegas and tumbled down the side of the highway. A lot of motorists witnessed this happen. They pulled over to help. And this mom and her son that were driving on I-215 in Vegas saw this little piglet fall out of the transport truck, and they pulled over and grabbed him before he ran back into the road and got hit. And surprisingly, it's 60 miles an hour. You would think that if you were a piglet, you'd be pretty,
Beat up.
bust anything. Anyone
Yeah.
would be. This little guy weighed 18 pounds. He was about 10 weeks old. No injuries. No injuries. They brought him right to the vet, had him checked out, and he moved into the family's backyard for the weekend until they found him a new home at the All Friends Animal Sanctuary. They named him Lucky.
Lucky he was.
Little piggy.
Yeah, I love pigs,
So do
I think
I.
they're so adorable.
Took a little dip out of the back of the truck, but Lucky's doing okay. Mm-hmm. Isn't that a
My
great story?
grandfather's friend, Kenny Papineau, had a pet pig that literally lived in the house,
What?
that would jump up on the couch when she knew that Kenny was coming home. Oh, yeah.
That wouldn't happen at your house, would it?
No. Well, one of the little itty bitty ones, because you can train them. They're super smart. You
Yeah.
can train them like a dog. They'll ask to go out and stuff.
You know what I was doing last
They're
night?
actually pretty clean.
Last night, I was on the couch, reclined, watching TV for a little bit, reclined, right knee up, ice pack on the knee, right up here, right up here in my neck, baby duck, cuddling.
Yeah, see, ducks I wouldn't do because they just shit everywhere.
Well, he shit. A few
shit and shit and shit and
Well,
shit.
I had some shit on my shoulder. Quite a bit, actually, I'll admit. But we had him snuggled right up here, and he was taking his little beak and poking it into my... I mean, he's only like a week, not even a week old. Beep, 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 beep.
I know. When I was chatting with
great.
Sherilyn, I could hear him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That was great. I loved it. So Thursday, Governor Scott allowed this H-230 into law without his signature. This is the legislation that was intended to reduce suicides across the state and update red flag provisions and storage laws. It creates a 72-hour waiting period for firearm purchases, and this has really struck a nerve with gun advocates. It's pissed off a lot of.
I'm not
a lot of
surprised.
Vermonters.
I'm not surprised, and that's another thing that I can get myself into such big trouble by saying anything about it.
And so could I.
But
It's in the news.
I know, but I don't know. Guns aren't bad things, and we should be able to use them, have them for protection. We should be able to have them for sport, for hunting, target shooting, whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't think requiring some to have more rules is
Yeah.
a bad thing.
It's in the news, so we're talking about it. Mm-hmm. Like it or not, it's in the news.
And there are some people that just because they're not a felon doesn't mean that they should have a gun, because now it's awful hard to become a felon. I'm just saying, with the way the system is. But there are a lot of people out there that own and possess guns that should not.
There's some. Listen, I've said to you several times on the air and off the air, this world's gone fucking mad. And Tom Lozon has been in here, and he's like, "Oh well, come on, JD, it's not that bad." And I said, "Tom,
relax. It's fine.
crazy.
We're fine." That's what he says.
Right,
Relax.
but I mean, this world has gone crazy, man. I mean, did you hear about this guy who's making headlines right now, suing Buffalo Wild Wings for advertising that their wings are not wings? He filed a class action lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings, claiming that its boneless wings are actually made of chicken breast, not the wing, but breast. And he's suing, and he's trying to get a huge payout here because he feels that he was the victim of deceptive marketing. It's not wing meat, it's breast meat, Raylene.
Oh God.
Yes, this is supporting my thesis here that the world's gone fucking mad. Mm-hmm. You think this guy's got a case?
The world has definitely gone fucking mad.
Does this guy have a case?
I totally agree on that.
Is there such thing as a boneless wing?
Who's do we have somebody talking about us on
I don't know.
YouTube here? I think somebody's put in a comment. Can you not see the comment?
I can't. Not
on
from
YouTube today?
No, I can't. No. I can't. For some reason, I can only see so many comments here.
I wonder what's happening with that.
I don't know.
Today.
But speaking of wings, over to Gusto's on Wing Wednesday.
GD eating his wings. His little pinky out.
Oh, you saw that?
Come on.
Sherilyn took a picture. Listen, I don't know what it is about me, but when I eat wings, the pinkies are out. Is it really that big of a deal? Is it really going to upset someone?
No, it doesn't upset me at all. I think it's freaking hysterical. I think it's hysterical that you eat your wings like English people sip a cup of tea.
I was going to say this is coming from a woman. She's making fun of me for the pinkies out. This is coming from an English woman who sips her tea with a goddamn pinky out. So don't. Yeah, and then she says to me, "That's tea. That's a different thing." This is Wings. Be a man. Put your
Yes.
pinky back in.
Yeah, I know.
What's
It is kind of funny. I mean, it is kind of funny.
We have a 90-year-old.
Because you just look at wings as one of those sloppy things, like it's a messy thing, kind of like you need a bib like you do with lobster.
Yeah, right.
You don't eat your lobster with your pinky out, and you don't eat your wings with your pinky out.
I don't know what it is, Raylene. For some reason, I don't want the sauce on my pinky.
It's hysterical.
Put the sauce on the other 4, but not the pinky. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why.
I love it.
We have a 90-year-old tortoise named Mr. Pickles, who has just become a father for the first time. Mr. Pickles.
Okay.
He has 3 new babies.
Apparently, he's been keeping his pickle in his pants for a really long time.
Where's my dog? The babies' names are Dill, Gherkin, and Jalapeno. Those are the names of the 3 babies. Sherilyn and I were at the York Zoo one time. Lily was like, I don't know, maybe 4 years old. And I don't know if have you ever been to the York Zoo
No, not the York Zoo.
in
No.
Maine?
No.
And they have a tortoise that's there. This big old guy. I mean, he's, his shell is like the size of the hood of your car. Mm-hmm. And he was getting it on with the female tortoise that was there. Mm-hmm. And he had her mounted. Mm-hmm. And it was a huge tortoise. And he was up on the back of Mother. Mm-hmm. And he was,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know how it works.
Can I talk about this on the air? Can I say giving it to her?
You can.
Can I say that?
Go ahead.
All right. And Lily's like 3 or 4 years old. I'm holding her in my arms, and we walk up, and there's a bunch of people standing around laughing, and this tortoise is going. And Lily is in my arms, and she's like,
What's going on?
what's going on here? And this tortoise was so loud. I mean, it was like echoing throughout the whole. It was and Lily said something to Mom, like, what are these tortoises doing? And Sherilyn was like, he's giving her a back rub.
Oh, yes.
Yep, the old back rub.
Well, hey, it worked, right?
It worked. Anyway,
Right.
I don't know how we got on that, but
I don't know either.
do we have any
You didn't
birthdays?
talk about your nads yet, so you had to talk about something that was sexual.
Preston's Kia. Their inventory is crazy right now.
It is, actually.
The car buying industry is rebounding, and the gang at Preston's Kia is excited to show you not only, frankly, what's on their lot, but if you want to know what's coming, you can find that out too.
Yes, and they're not. What Preston's is not doing is selling. They didn't get greedy during the pandemic. They kept their prices normal, and they were
Yep.
still selling cars.
Yep.
A lot of dealerships, a lot of greed went on. They jacked their prices.
Yep.
And there's a lot of 22s sitting on lots that are great prices right now, but they're already really 2 years old in the car world. And so that's not the case. A brand new car at Preston's is going to be a 2024.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a 2022.
Right. I have this weekend, and I should probably talk with. We should probably talk with Jason or somebody over there, Jason Trombley or someone, because this weekend I needed a pickup truck. I had to go to the dump. I had all kinds
They
of
have one down there right now,
Don't tell
but
me
it's
that.
way too big for you.
You think I wouldn't be able to climb up in it?
No,
All right.
no, it's a big
Well, maybe
truck.
maybe a smaller. I don't know.
Oh, well, we could probably get you those little stairs that flop down.
I had a fit this weekend. I'm just trying. I'm trying to do things in a Toyota Corolla that you can't do with a Toyota Corolla. You can't put that in the trunk. No. It doesn't fit. You can't put that up on the roof of the car. It doesn't fit. What are you doing? You look like an asshole. Get a pickup truck. Become a real man. These are the things that I hear from some of my friends. Mm-hmm. I need to get a truck, Raylene. I'm tired of this shit.
Well, then start shopping.
Who drives to the dump in a Toyota Corolla with 15 bags of trash duct taped to the roof of their car? I do.
Oh, my God. For God's sakes.
Any other Vermont headlines over the weekend worth mentioning? Did you see anything? Anything good?
I don't know. I mean, I've posted all kinds of stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm not skimming the page. You can skim the page.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean...
Because I can't skim it right now when I'm looking at this. So
do we have any birthdays today?
that I don't know. I did not look at my birthday list this morning.
Barbara Linda is on the list today. Shay Martin is 33. Nancy Davis apparently is 91 today. Sarah Bowen is 33. Mickey Cosent is 50. Chrissy Holmes is 38. Axel Nolan, 28. Andrew Brooks, 34. Christina Lulek is 38. And that's it for birthdays.
I don't know any of those people.
Well, those are those are our local celebrities.
Yeah.
Big name celebrities. Brian McKnight is 54. Mark Wahlberg is 52 today. And one of Raylene's all-time favorite musicians has all of his albums. Every single one of them. Kenny G, 67.
I have
years
some
old.
Kenny G stuff.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Well, I have some Kenny G on my Spotify playlist.
Are you shitting me?
No.
What in the hell's the matter with you, Raylene?
What's wrong with that? I have everything
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with you?
Listen, I have everything from you. You might hear Frank Sinatra. You might hear Kenny G. You might hear Ozzy Osbourne, Aerosmith, Megadeth. You never know what you're going to hear on my playlist. I listen to everything.
Well,
Tracy Chapman was and CCR is who I listened to most of the weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend. Let's see. Journey 38 Special were on one of my tracks. I love, this is bad. I shouldn't say this. I don't know. But I love when I'm super, super stressed out. I drive to Groton on the 302 side of the Forest Road. And I have this one track on my car, one track on Spotify that I turn on and I crank it up and I kind of fly through the forest over to the Route 2 side. And then that makes me feel better.
is it a Kenny G song?
No, it's like a whole track of Bob Seger, like all different kinds of songs, AC/DC, Def Leppard,
Okay.
like all kinds of songs that I like to just really drive fast to.
Okay.
And that's how I get my stress relieved.
All right. Okay.
But you never know what you're going to hear on who knows what the playlist says. You never know. It could be anything.
I understand that, Raylene.
What is wrong with Kenny G?
But Kenny G?
Yeah, what is wrong with him?
Kenny G doesn't belong on any playlist.
Well,
What the hell's wrong with
listen, you like Carrie Underwood,
I
and
do?
I don't. I think she screams.
I mean, I
She
saw
doesn't sing.
I saw one day Chuck pulled up in the parking lot. Big AC/DC fan. I mean, he and I worship AC/DC. Always have.
I love AC/DC.
But he's blasting Barry Manilow out of his car. And he pulls up, and I'm like, Chuck, what? Hey, man. And he's like, hey, JD. And he's like fumbling for the volume button to turn it down. And I'm like, how you doing, bud? And he's like, pretty good. I'm
There's some, listen.
Barry Manilow, dude? Really?
Hey, there's some, like, that's the kind of music you blast when you're in the shower and stuff. You, like, getting ready for work and, yeah, you know?
Looks like we made it!
Yeah. Through another weekend of raising hell. Yeah. My shoulder's really killing me. Are we all done?
Do you and Aaron have any fathomable idea what today is? National Day. It is National Hot Air Balloon Day today.
It is?
Yes, it is. The very first manned air balloon flight took place.
I have to show you this. You keep talking.
What year do you think? 1600s, 1700s, 1800s? What do you think? The first hot air balloon flight. What do you think, Raylene?
I don't know. You tell me. 17?
1783. And over the years, countless people have attempted to set a Guinness World Record in a hot air balloon. So,
I sent him this picture because I saw it, I don't know, Saturday morning. I saw this picture posted. So I sent it to him and I said, this made me think of you immediately. He says, hey, what are you trying to say? But I swear to God, I was only thinking that you could hook a balloon to it.
what? Oh, my God. Wow.
I mean, we saw a car similar to
second.
that in the barn up there.
For those that did not see that, here, look at your screen. Get it up there nice and close. Oh, my God.
I'm like, he's like, what are you trying to say?
I love that.
Yeah, that you can hook a
my
balloon
God.
to it. That's all.
I love it.
But yeah. And I didn't even make a stab at you about it. Like I didn't say that it reminded me of you or anything.
Why would you even bring that up? Why would you bring me into this? What you see a little car like that and you think of me?
Short and round and, you know.
We should mention a few more things here in our community calendar. Brought to you by The World, by the way, Central Vermont's favorite weekly newspaper. Don't miss the digital version online at vt-world.com. 802-479-2582. If you want to get in touch with them, maybe do some advertising over at the World. June 24th, Youth Mental Health Ride. This is motorcycle ride, leaving P&H Truck Stop, exit 17 on 91 there. Leaves at 9 a.m. It's $20, and it's going to be stopping at the Scarborough, Maine Clam Bake. Again, that Youth Mental Health Ride is June 24th. The other thing is a little later in the summer, August 6th, the 14th Annual Veterans Ride is also going to be leaving P&H Truck Stop at 9 a.m. All proceeds are going to go to the Veterans Hospital in White River Junction. In the last 13 years, Raylene, they've raised over $80,000.
Wow.
So
I actually talked to a couple of the ladies this weekend that do the ladies' ride for breast cancer, and this will be the 10th and final year.
10th and final.
We're going to be having them in. We'll do all that with them. But they have a pretty big goal, and we'll wait and let them tell you about it. But they have a pretty big goal that they would like to meet for their 10th year, and I'm really hoping that we can help them do that.
All right. When are they going to come in? Soon?
Soon, yes.
All right. All right.
We have a little time, just because their ride isn't until August.
Sure.
So we have a little time for that. But yeah.
All right.
Lots going on. It's going to be a good week. And yeah, We love to see you all. Like, comment, share,
Yes.
talk to us. We love it when you talk to us. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. We
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and please come out to the meeting tonight, 5 o'clock, City Hall, council chambers. If you cannot come in person, please participate by Zoom. It's time that we speak up and get our voices heard.
All right.
And please come out.
And this is remind us again what the subject matter is tonight.
Homelessness and encampments and where to camp in the city.
All right. What time again?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Yes, 5 p.m.
Can you join by Zoom?
You can, and I will make sure that link is posted.
On the Aired Out page.
Yes, you can join by Zoom. You can join in person, and yeah.
And this is your opportunity to voice
Your
whatever.
concern and be heard of what you think is happening. The maybe we shouldn't be building it so they will continue to come. Maybe we need to, rethink how we're dealing with this situation.
Right. Again,
The solution may not be to all of a sudden allow the floodgates to open.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said here.
That doesn't make us mean people,
That's right.
because as I told you all on Friday, we are involved in, and many people in this community are involved in helping people constantly.
Right.
When it comes to rallying and being here for each other, we've always done that, and we've always done a very good job. But this is not the same.
Yeah. Thank you, Raylene, for hanging out with me this morning.
Of course.
Hope you had a great weekend. And by all means, if you enjoy the podcast, please comment, share, like, all that good stuff.
Right.
Okay.
We need to get like 48 more followers, I think.
And then what happens?
Well, we'll hit our next goal, and it's a pretty big goal, and we'll
boy.
be talking about that soon. So
Awesome.
join in.
Thanks, Raylene. Be well, everyone.
Have a great day.
Monday morning, we'll catch you tomorrow. Paul Brody and I are talking aliens on Aired Out.